What's good, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Nostalgia Plus Ultra podcast. My name is Taylor Mills, and joining me a good 9 hours away is my main man, Zoe. What's good, bro?
What's up, everybody?
We got a pretty nice thing on the docket for you today. Kind of getting into some real internet stuff and some movie reviews that we might have liked and some stuff we've seen online. But for starters, I know today is the first episode, and it comes with some pretty tough news with the death of Juice WRLD, which is really tough on like the music world in general. Now, personally, like I wasn't really like a huge fan of the dude, but I mean, you gotta respect like the artistry that he had and just some other stuff like that. But I mean, it's just kind of tough to see everybody kind of mourning his death because he looked like he was a pretty chill dude.
Yeah, I was kind of excited to see where he went. You know, when he kind of veered away from his kind of sad emotional stuff, because when he freestyled, he was not a bad freestyler, like at all. He was pretty
not at all, bro.
Good.
Like the videos of him like going for like 30 minutes on like Tim Westwood and stuff, like that was kind of dope. Like but what was weird was like he could do that whenever he wants to, but then he's on a song and like those lyrics don't like add up. You know what I'm saying? Like he would have like crazy bars on the freestyles, and then you hear some of the lines he puts in the actual songs. I'm kind of just like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It is what it is.
I mean, he released that song earlier this year with NBA, Bandit, which is pretty hard, and that's kind of why I was excited to see where he was gonna go next. But sadly enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think a big part about it, and I don't really know much about like because they haven't really released like the autopsy or cause of death and stuff, but I think they said it was a seizure, right? Seizure?
Yeah, once he landed, it was in the airport.
So like he just had a seizure in the airport? That's tough, dude.
Did you see that weird, like a month or even as close to a week ago, these kids on TikTok were doing some seizure challenge, and it was 2 lucid dreams?
Are you kidding me?
It was the weirdest thing. Like, right when he goes, "I've had some," and then like they edit it to a way where it like chops up, and the kids would just like start shaking, eyes roll back, and like they spit water out.
Now that you say that, I think I did see it, but I just wasn't really paying attention. I didn't look at the videos because I was just like, I just didn't want to look at it because I was just like, this is just stupid. But like the fact that, I don't know, that's just like weird how like coincidences happen like that, where like he months before, he has this whole thing where the kids on TikTok are doing a little like seizure thing, and then to his song, and he ends up having I don't know how you could even write that. You can't.
Yeah, bro, that's kind of scary.
It really is. But I mean, I just hate how, and people do this with drug-related deaths with famous people all the time, where they're like trying to use it as like a learning experience. But like you can't. I mean, I feel like that's implied. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole like you need to learn from the mistakes of those who have like passed away in the wake of like hardcore drug abuse and stuff, and like trying to like use that death to like say some stuff like right after it happens. I mean, like obviously.
I'm glad Russ hasn't said anything.
Dog, I was waiting for it. I was waiting. I was like looking. Like I don't follow him anymore on Twitter, and so I was just waiting for somebody to retweet it on my feed, and I was like, oh my goodness. But I mean, like, and I just think there's always different reactions to people dying. Like you get everybody, a good majority of people with the R.I.P. this, that, and the third, and then you get those people that try to say, hey, make sure hey, drugs are bad, kids. Like, duh. You know what I'm saying? And then you get like the what was it, like the people that like get like, oh yeah, good riddance. Like I didn't really like his music anyway. Like that's not cool. Like if you just don't, you gotta post that to TL though. You know what I'm saying? Like you can not like the guy. Like I like with X's death, right? Like I was like, oh, that's tough. Like the fact that these guys just walked up on Buddy and just shot him in cold blood. Like, that's not like something you do. Like I was upset the fact that he was dead. Like he's a young kid, like around our age. But I mean, obviously, I didn't agree with the stuff that he did before he got famous or when he was famous. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't really like
Yeah,
take away from the fact
yeah,
that this is
of
just a
course.
young kid who made a lot of mistakes and just ended up dying. Like you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't just like make that like a hate thing. It's just stupid.
No, yeah, of course. And there's also like I saw right before we started recording, some girl screenshotted a time that Juice World DM'd her, just DM'd her two black hearts, and she was like, "Wow, rest in peace, Juice. I should have responded."
What?
Like what?
Dude, some. Oh yeah, like do you see like this one girl on when Mac Miller died, right? She like posted like the text message conversation that she had with him,
Yeah,
like about like because I guess they were like a little thing like they were like talking or like got intimate before, and I was in like a week before he passed away. I'm like okay, and right like
fucking I don't understand how what goes through the minds of some people.
it's the clout, bro. They're trying to get famous. It's just it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, just it's I feel bad because he was 21.
Right, like he's young, like a year younger than us, or yeah, which is like the he like just got legal to drink alcohol, right? And he's already, I mean,
And
yeah,
bruh, he just stepped home. Like he just got home. He
right,
just stepped in the Chicago airport.
yeah. That's the crazy part. I saw like yeah, I think it was what's funny is I didn't see like the tweets of like the big publications tweeted out like it was some random person that I like follow like this guy I went to high school with or whatever like that whole morning I didn't see anything about it and then as soon as I see his tweet the next like five or six after his we're all Juice WRLD related. It's just the weirdest thing like smack dab in the middle of like all this like a sports tweet, some weird memes and all this other stuff was like a RIP Juice World, and then I refresh my feed again, and then it's just like boom 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 boom, like RIP Juice RIP Juice, like it's crazy how like stuff kind of flows like that.
Yeah, I I I got home kind of late last night, so I slept in. My dad wakes me up this morning because we have work to do. He wakes me up and he goes, "Hey, it's 12." And I'm like, "Oh." I turn around, I grab my phone, and the first thing I read is a text from my boy, who's a big Juice fan. And the first thing I read is, "Dude, Juice WRLD died." I was like, "What?"
Right, like it just
That
kind
was
of hit you out of
legit
nowhere.
the first thing I heard this morning.
I mean, he had his influence on just like kid on not well necessarily kids like a lot of people in general. So like he was just like kind of like a really big influence on those people. Like he was a legend in a lot of people's eyes and perceptions. So to see him kind of go like that is kind of tough. Um, and then like I feel really bad for like guys like Ski Mask because like he lost X, which is really tough for him. And then like on top of that, he loses um, he loses Juice in like in as far as deaths go, like a relatively short time frame.
Yeah, and he was super close to both of them, right?
Yeah, I saw he tweeted something uh like he had like a bunch of stuff like just in a row about he was like at this point just take me to and stuff like that and I was like oh man like I felt really bad.
Yeah, bro. From his like the guys that got big with him and X, how many are left? Technically, it's Pete died, X died, now Juice. Who else
Yeah,
got
I
big with
think
him?
you got I mean you could say Trippy Red too, right? Or are they in the same kind of group or no? I don't even remember.
Well, I'm not in the same friend group. I don't know if they're boys, but I'm talking about like just around the same time because they make the same music. That kind of mixed with emo rock kind of music.
Yeah, and can I just say something real quick? That X posthumous album Bad Vibes Forever, I feel so bad for those people that like wanted like a legacy of X, because that album is not good. It's not good at all. Like they're
Oh
like,
my
dog,
god, I
it's
forgot,
not good at all, dude.
dude.
I really like looked at the album and like listened to it, and I was like, whoever is the executive of that label that's overseeing this album is doing not a single person related to X any kind of service at all. Like
Bro,
it's just
I
bad.
forgot to tell. I told you this a few days ago that I wanted to tell. I wanted to show you something on the podcast, and I forgot to tell you before we started recording. Have you heard School Shooters?
Dog. Honestly, okay, so we're gonna talk about worst bars of the decade later on in this podcast, but that the Way verse has to be up for debate.
Oh my god! Dude,
Dog.
I'm looking at the album, and I'm like, dude, I really don't want to hear any of this because I know what they're doing and it's kind of fucked up. But then I see a Lil Wayne feature, and I'm like, okay, this should be interesting. What the, he's not on beat for like half of the verse.
Dog, there's no way that's a Wayne verse, bro. Somebody had to have wrote that for him. I don't want to believe it.
Triple X, I just popped triple X. School shooter, I need attention. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you saying? And
Bro,
then,
like,
bro,
it's so
I know
stupid, bro.
he's better than this. He says, "Give me bad grades, I don't give a F." I was like, no.
Well, I mean, Lil Wayne's had some pretty suspect bars over the years. Like he's like that. His rapping style is more of like that punchline type, where like it's like the setup, punchline, setup, punchline, setup, punchline. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
So like, I mean, you can see how that could get. How like there are times when he can say some really weird stuff. Like, and that song was a big example of it. Like, what the hell was that? Like I didn't like. Oh man. Oh man, dude. Like, come on. How's that? Like, how do you even go through? Okay, my process with the whole thought process with this album. Like, how do you sit there as an executive, like listening to the album, listening to that verse, or listening to whatever, and then going, "Yeah, that shit fire."
Dude,
like, no,
I think
there should be like,
they are literally milking the shit out of X's death. It's been a year and a half.
yes, like you saw like the little memorial museum they're doing for him.
Dude, yeah, the
like his family, like
it's here. It's in Miami.
really.
Yeah, it's
Man.
it's in Art Basel, and yeah, it's got some cool shit. You know, it's like, oh, it has the little glass case of Stitch, and Sora, but then you look everywhere else, it's like empty because there's not that much shit. I'm not trying to bash him, you know. He
Nah.
was young, so of course there's not going to be that much stuff that he has. I'm just bashing not even his mom, just the people who are allowing this to happen because they're literally milking the shit out of this, and it's starting to show. I've always said that first album that dropped after he died, I was like, none of these songs are finished, and now it's starting to show even more.
Yeah, like even that album was bad. Like it is what it is. But is it true that they have like the car he got shot in at the museum?
Yes, that Lamborghini
What?
that's in the museum.
Are you
is the car he
kidding
died
me,
in.
dude? Are you kidding me?
I don't know what to say about that. That's very odd.
I mean, there's no way that should be a legitimate thing that you do. Like, I don't. That's just not like you don't. Is there any kind of museum where the car that Biggie got shot in is located? Because if there is, I'd like to see it. But I don't think that's
highly
a
doubt
place
it.
where that's. Oh my god, that's bad. That's so bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
So bad.
That's very bad.
Oh my god. But I mean, it is what it is. We can't really do much about it. It's just people are gonna act that way, and I just hope that whoever's with X's kind of representative team kind of sees this and says, "Hey, we gotta just cut this shit. Just say it's over at this point. It's done."
And I hope that they don't do what they're doing with X. I hope they don't do it with Juice.
I hope they don't. I saw a bunch of people saying that too. They're like, please don't make it like an X thing.
Yeah, man. Because it's sad enough to just hear all these unfinished songs be sloppily put together. And I think Juice had.
Yeah,
I honestly think Juice was a little more musically talented than X. Not just rapping. I just mean like, just the type of music he made. So I really hope they don't mess that up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of want to move on to other stuff, but like, so prayers up to Juice WRLD and his family, especially his family and his friends around him. Hopefully, and pray for Ski Mask because I don't know what that man's mental state is right now, but hopefully he's alright. And then hopefully they don't do anything. I mean, do you think they'll make a posthumous album for Juice WRLD?
Yeah. I mean, I hope they do, but I hope it's songs that he's got finished.
Yeah, that's gotta be the thing. If none of his stuff is finished, then it's just gonna be like a dud. All right.
Okay.
Let's move on.
We've been on this for about 20 minutes.
Let's
already.
move on. Okay.
Okay. On Friday, I saw Knives Out,
and I saw it last night, and I have to say it was phenomenal. But there's a huge but in that.
Okay, but
here's my thing with Knives Out. All right, you ready for this?
Sorry, we kind of spoiled the movie, so I cut it out.
I mean, the story and the build up to the killer being revealed or whatever was great, and to kind of say Daniel Craig's southern drawl accent as a British dude is top notch.
Dude, it caught me.
Top notch, for real.
It caught me so off guard. Because I don't know why they never really played him talking too much in the trailers, so I kind of thought he was still going to be a British guy. And I really like the fact that like his name is kind of an old trope of like old whodunits, where it's like a guy with a French ass name, but then he's just a regular American guy.
Yeah, it's like that's like was it Benoit LeBlanc or something like that? Benoit Blanc, right?
Benoit LeBlanc.
That's funny. But
and he talks like this.
But like I thought it was great, but I wasn't like super like shocked by his voice because I've seen Logan Lucky and he's in that movie too, and he has the same exact accent.
Oh yeah, you told me about Logan Lucky.
Dog, that movie's great, bro. That movie's really good.
I still haven't seen it.
But just Knives Out in general though, like the acting top notch, the story really good, just like the build up to the killer being revealed, and like the real cool like how they kind of set up the motives for everybody. Like I generally thought like it was just a big game of Clue, just Clue the movie.
And I loved the chemistry between the whole family.
Yeah.
I think Michael Shannon has to be one of my favorite actors. He's really good. Don Johnson was funny.
Yeah, he plays Don Johnson plays the dad of like the little like alt-right kid, right? Or something
yes.
like that?
No. That's Michael Shannon. Michael Shannon's the
Michael Shannon. Okay. My thing with Michael Shannon, I feel like this is something I can watch because like he's in Watchmen too, and I was laughing because of his character. Like I wonder, like is he just being cast as these people, or is he actually this kind of person? Because almost every one of his characters I've seen on screen the past few years has been like a racist.
Oh, whoa, whoa,
Like,
whoa,
if you
wait,
notice
hold up,
that,
hold up. I
like,
think you're.
remember he's
Hold up, I think you're getting two people confused. Don Johnson's the racist, but Michael Shannon is the dad of the kid. The kid's dad is the one with the cane.
oh okay, yeah, I'm getting mixed up because I think because one of the people,
Don Johnson is Chris
okay,
Evans'
yeah, one of
dad.
the people in there, okay, yes, so that guy, I knew I was getting my people mixed up, but that guy,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
dark,
because
so he's in Watchmen,
in Django, he's
the
a plantation owner.
right, he's the like the guy leading the little horde for the KKK in Django.
Yes, that's
Then
him.
Um, in Watchmen, like, well, this might be a huge spoiler for Watchmen if people don't watch it. You know, I'm just gonna say it. Whatever, I don't care.
Oh no, he's in the trailer going
Well, that's
TikTok or
okay.
whatever,
Well,
right?
okay. This is just a huge like spoiler warning for everybody listening that wants to watch Watchmen or is thinking about watching Watchmen, the show on HBO. So this guy's character, okay, he dies in the first episode, but it's revealed like 3 episodes on that he's like, okay, so like this the Seventh Cavalry is like the Watchmen universe's version of the KKK, and he that guy is like the leader of the police force who's like in this big battle with the Seventh Cavalry, but it turns out that he's like part of the KKK, or he's like involved with them in some form or fashion, like a big leader. But he gets killed like really like late in the first episode, but like you find out about his character later in the movie in the show or whatever. But like, and then in Knives Out, there's a whole section with him talking about like immigrants and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so weird. It's so weird.
He's like Marta's family did it right, and this and that.
I was
Yeah,
like,
it's super
bruh.
weird.
I really wished like, so like when they explained like the alt-right kid in the movie, and this isn't really a spoiler. It's just kind of like a funny plot point.
Yeah.
When they were explaining him, I like real life thought they were gonna like either like get close to saying the N-word or like saying something like really, really like really racist. Like they didn't really like get
God,
racist
that would have been terrible.
On the movie, but like it was one of those things where like it was kind of like you could feel it building, and I really wanted that alt-right kid to have more lines just so he could say something like really outlandish.
Yeah, bro, that shit. Fuck yeah, I kind of thought the same thing, but I don't know. I felt like if they did go there, Lakeith Stanfield would have had to beat some ass.
I feel like that would have been a funny dynamic though, like the alt-right kid in the interviews, and then Lakeith Stanfield like talking to him. That'd been funny. But I wish Lakeith Stanfield had more, like I guess, presence in the movie. Like he's like one of those like, he played like the role of like the cop that's like kind of just like there, that's kind of just like, oh, it has like no idea what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? But he was funny. He did a really good job. It was just, I just wish he had more of a presence in there.
Yeah, I liked when Marta throws up, and then she kind of like gags, and he goes, "Are you okay, girl?" Like that shit was funny.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that part really like I can't really explain that part because it's a spoiler. But like the use of that like I guess plot point was was also really funny, but like I guess it made up for a lot. Like you could really use that I guess thing that this girl has as a way to avoid plot holes. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody if there's like a plot hole in the movie, you could just patch it up with, oh, it's because of this. You know what I'm saying? And they could use that anywhere they use that anywhere they wanted to, and it made sense. So I think that's why I think it's a good movie. There's no plot holes, no like issues with it. I think if I had to like grade it out, I think I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. But I don't know, just because my issue with you is that how you take this over Joker, which doesn't make any sense for like movie of the year. Like I think Joker is hands down movie of the year.
Yeah, I think I love Joker, and I think Joker is one of the better movies out of this decade, honestly. Even out of this year. Just the reason I kind of like Knives Out better is, one, it's kind of hard to do a whodunit right, and not a lot of those come out. You know, the last one I saw was Murder on the Orient, which was an okay movie until the payoff. The payoff was very.
I never got to see that movie. I really wanted to though.
It was. I'm.
I
I'm
mean,
not gonna spoil that one for you, because I do think it's a good movie and I love the actors in it. Just the payoff for that one, I was just like, oh, really, like it just wasn't satisfying. I mean, this one, I think compared to that one, really was. And the reason I like it better than Joker's kind of a downer. This one, I left the theater kind of like, wow, that was really cool. I left the theater with Joker kind of feeling sad.
sad. I just don't know. I just think uh with Knives Out, like you kind of expect like the who done it as like a whole genre of movies kind of has that like playful kind of charm to it, like nothing really sinister and like nothing that makes you like kind of sit there and really like contemplate or like feel like on edge about anything. I think like the reason why I love Joker so much is also the reason why I hated that movie experience was the fact that I literally felt just tense the entire time, like the whole like 2 hour or whatever, however long it was. Like I was literally just like me and Peyton. We were watching a movie, and I'm kind of like I didn't even like move. Like I was like literally just stuck in this like everlasting cringe for 2 hours because of how they did his laugh was just super like cringeworthy and made things tense. The fact that they used no music until like he's walking down the stairs when he becomes the Joker, I guess to put that in quotes. Like, oh man, it's just like just the quiet aspect of it while he's talking or while stuff is going on. It's just like super creepy. That's why I loved it.
Yeah, it's very. Yeah, they don't use like loud, bombastic music until he's walking down the stairs, because there's very little scenes like the scene where, if you haven't seen Joker yet, we're spoiling it. It doesn't matter. It's been out forever. But yeah, that scene where he first kills the three guys on the train,
Yeah.
and then he goes to the bathroom and he starts dancing. There's like very very seldom. I mean, very like quiet and soft music,
Yeah.
and
It like
it's not until that he paints his face, and then it's like boom, like a loud, bombastic kind of
yeah.
music.
I think like when it also throws you for a loop too, because like when so they say when he kills the three guys on the train, right? And he goes to the bathroom. You're expecting like, oh my god, here comes the mental breakdown, and he just goes wild and crazy. This nigga starts ballroom dancing in the middle of the bathroom, and I'm just like, I'm watching. I look at Peyton, and he looks at me, and we're just like, what is going on? Like we just felt so awful in that moment because like we're just like we did not expect that to happen at all. Like my man just starts like like little like curving his arms and like doing all. I was like, nah, bro, this ain't it.
Here's another thing. Um, here's one thing that I can give to Knives Out, like as a point. For Knives Out, it's just an original IP. It's an original story. There's no comic book, so there's nothing that you need to know before. When I saw Joker, I saw it twice. I saw it once with my dad, who knows like the general lore of Batman, and then I saw it again with my friend Mimi. And there's the part where he reads his mom's note to Bruce Wayne, and she's like, oh look, Arthur's your son, and this and that. So obviously someone who knows the lore of Batman is going to be like, what, Bruce Wayne's dad is also the Joker's dad? I kind of had to explain that to Mimi, who doesn't know anything about superheroes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Well, in a way, you gotta.
Then there was the reveal where it just wasn't. And then I had to explain it to her
But
again.
Joker's story.
It turns out that
But
it's
Joker's
not
story is
his
like
dad.
ambiguous. Like nobody really knows who he is. So like they could really just take it like the Joker itself and just have like their own original spin on his origin story. Because like if they really wanted to, they could have made him. What's his name? What's his name's Bruce Wayne's brother. If they wanted to.
No. I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying the shock value comes in the fact that we know that Bruce Wayne, like we know it's a shock for us because we know the lore. So it's like, what the hell? The Joker is Batman's brother. Like my friend Mimi, who doesn't read comic books or know any of that stuff, wouldn't like. There was no shock there because she does. She was like, who's Thomas Wayne? And I was like, oh, it's the rich guy. And she's like, okay, why is that important? And I'm like, oh, it's Batman's dad. And she's like, oh, okay.
Who's Batman?
Like, no,
who's
obviously
Batman?
not.
It's like, and who
But
is
still,
Batman
like,
again?
The people who freaked out for that
I mean, I
are
get it.
obviously the people who know.
Nah, I get it. That makes total sense. It's just I don't know. I think it's definitely gonna be a movie for people. I think they did that more for people who actually know Batman in general, not for like the people that are just going to watch like a movie that know nothing about it. Like obviously it's a plot point because when they meet in the bathroom, it's like a big thing. But I think that's like they could have done that with anybody, right? They could have made like some kind of like if they really wanted to, they could have changed it to where like Murray was his dad or something. You know what I'm saying? They could have put anybody there,
Yeah.
but I think they wanted to pay an homage to Batman himself or Batman's family, or put him in some capacity because it is a Joker movie, or like a DC movie. So they want to put Batman in some capacity. That's why they did that, but
Yeah.
they didn't really have to.
I feel like it's more. I feel like it was more. It was to give him more motive at the end to kind of be happy with the revolution, and especially at the ending scene when he's laughing, and his therapist is like, "Do you want to tell me what's so funny?" And it's like it's an inside joke. It's kind of a little like revenge, kind of like if I don't have my parents, you can't have yours.
Yeah, I think that like ending part it like shows you like, hey, like that's how Batman and the Joker are connected through loss of just almost everything basically. But yeah, but I mean, still my movie of the year. Knives Out is definitely a close second, but definitely Joker movie of the year.
For me, Knives Out's 1, and Joker's number 2. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is 3. I'm excited for next week or actually this week, this Friday, Uncut Gems comes out, and I'm super hyped for that one.
Oh yeah, I saw something on Twitter. I think on The Ringer. I was reading The Ringer, and they were talking about Uncut Gems, and they said that like they were up to like 3 different people that could have played like Kevin Garnett's part in the movie. So like they had KG as like the front runner, right? But they also had like Kobe and Amari Stoudemire and one other person I couldn't remember. But they had like, can you imagine like Kobe? Like I want to see Uncut Gems and then come back to like that article and be like, what would Kobe be like in like a legitimate like Adam Sandler, not really Adam Sandler movie, but just like an A24 serious ass movie. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
that'd be interesting. And the thing is, I kind of I liked that they casted KG, but now that you told me the other 2 that they wanted to cast, I really like that they're really trying to go for a 2012 feel, you know?
Yeah, because that's when like KG was like really big.
Let's get LeBron.
Yeah, but that still would have worked, but LeBron would have had to be like computerly de-aged. You know what I'm saying? To look like he was like 25, 26.
Yeah.
But KG when he was with the Celtics back in in 2012, huge. Kobe in his prime, or almost like towards the back half of his prime. Amari Stoudemire was with the Suns, still really good. So like, they definitely could have made it like really cool like that. I love how they made it 2012 ish, and you could tell like with the trailer and like how the camera like filter. I guess the filter on the just the movie in general just looks very like 2010s ish, like early 2010s. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like no 4K, no 4K BS. Like it's still like developing like HD. You know what I'm saying? Like halfway through the HD kind of phase.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the brothers who directed the movie because they did the same thing with their last movie called Good Time. Like they filmed it on an old film camera.
Yeah, and like, well, I think A24 is like really good with the like the time period as far as their direction and stuff like that with movies. Like, what's the movie that Jonah Hill directed with the kid with the skaters, or whatever?
Oh, mid-90s.
Yeah, 90s. Like it looks like a 90s movie. You know what I'm saying? Like with the filter they put on it, it's really dope.
Yeah, I feel like they produce their movies more low budget, not on purpose. What am I trying to say? I feel like they're not like a huge studio like Marvel or Miramax or shit like that, but I think they're trying to fill in the spot that Miramax left because the whole Harvey Weinstein shit. Now Miramax isn't getting a lot of movie deals because that was his company, and I think they're doing that in a smart way because they are distributing a lot of movies, but a lot of them aren't like $1 million budgets,
Yeah, I think like, but like that, some of the best movies come out of really like not so good budgets.
Yeah,
like
no,
those, like,
exactly.
Even like the movies that you don't really see, like you don't really see get out of pub, like the movie. Oh god, it's gonna make me mad. About like the drummer and what's his name?
Whiplash.
Like the really like angry Crash. Like Crash is a dope movie, but I could tell the budget wasn't like that high, and also I didn't hear about it until after it was like put on like a Watch Mojo video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I went back to go see it, and I was like, "Oh, this is a great movie." I don't understand. And it like did it win like awards too?
I think not J.K. Rowling, J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. Okay.
Fucking
Yes.
yeah, J.K. Simmons. I think he got nominated for that role because he did amazing in that movie.
He is an absolute asshole in that movie, which is great for the plot and for just the movie and the feel in general. But like the scene where he's like trying to get the band to play on tune, and he like flings the cymbal at the guy. I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god. I was in the movie like freaking out. Like if that was me, I'm leaving. I'm out of here.
He called the fat guy like a big stupid pig or some shit like that.
like he's like he just channeled his like the spirit of Gordon Ramsay to just destroy these people. Like I remember like just him trying to like the kids trying to play on tune or trying to play on beat, and he just casually like nonchalantly picks up the cymbal and just flings that guy across the room. I was like, oh my god, bro. Oh man. But yeah, so like I think like low budget movies will always be like can always end up being top tier. It just depends on what they do with it, really.
Oh no, yeah. I agree 100%. Yeah, because sometimes movies get a little too produced, and I'm a comic book fan, and so I like these Marvel movies and shit. But sometimes I just get tired of just CGI everywhere.
Yeah, like the real big budget explosions and flying around. Like the funniest thing, like when like with Marvel movies in general, like with the Black Panther, like in Civil War and and even in Infinity War too, and then sometimes in actual Black Panther, like you can tell it's CGI with Black Panther just flying around like a like just flinging around like all these acrobatics, so that you can obviously tell like, hey, that's not a real person doing that.
It's I don't think. My friend asked me this the other day, like, do you think we're at the peak of filmmaking? And I don't. I really don't. I think it just can keep getting better with more creativity and more resources to do different stuff. But sometimes I think executives kind of miss the point of like movie magic. You know, they're fucking, like I said, my top 3 movies of the year barely use CGI. You know, it's mostly practical effects.
Yeah. Like, oh man, it's just also, I mean, I think there's that, and then also the fact that I think that just there needs to be more original movie ideas. Like, I don't want to see
100%
reboots everywhere. Like, there's some stuff that doesn't need to be rebooted, or something that doesn't need to be retconned, and stuff that doesn't need to be like brought back or sequel, anything. Like, I just doesn't make an original movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Like, if something has a good run, you just let it have a good run, and then it'd be like, all right, it's good. Like, you don't have to bring it back 10 years later to make, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just leave it as it is, let it be a classic, and don't ruin it.
With that being said, though, Finn Wolfhard the other day posted like kind of a poster, like a movie poster, and we're getting a trailer tomorrow. They're doing a Ghostbusters 3.
Because the one with all women wasn't good.
Yes, that movie.
But not to be like that guy, but not to be that guy and be like, oh.
I agree with you. That movie fucking blows.
Like, the movie wasn't good. That movie was not good. Like, it had nothing to do with like the fact that it was all women. It's just the fact the movie was that bad. It was not good at all.
Dude, oh my god! I always bring up the scene where they order Chinese food and Melissa McCarthy is all like, "There's no wontons in my soup."
I already know what you're about to say.
The end of the movie, they get Chinese food, and then she's like, "There's too many wontons," and that's how the movie ends. Are you fucking joking? You got to be fucking kidding me.
I don't know who I was watching the movie with, but I was like, what did I just watch, bro? That ending, I was like, what? Are you serious? Is this what we're doing now? Oh, man.
And I really don't think it's the cast's fault, because I think Melissa McCartney got nominated for Best Actress last year because she did a serious movie with a competent director and a competent writer, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, Kristen Wiig is funny. Kate McKinnon is funny. Leslie Jones, like, they're all funny. They're on SNL for a reason.
I think it wasn't them. It's just the writing was bad. And I wonder if, like, they saw it. Like, I wonder if they were, like, halfway through reading the script, they were like, this is bullshit.
Dude, what pissed me off so bad, they made Chris Hemsworth a fucking idiot.
But doesn't he turn out to be like the villain? Wait, I don't remember that movie. It was so bad. Does he turn out to be like the villain or something?
Yes, he gets possessed and then he becomes the villain for a while. But I don't understand why they made him so dumb when in the original Ghostbusters, Janine's not an idiot. She just doesn't give a shit about anything.
I don't really remember the original Ghostbusters movies, and like I think I may.
Oh, I love the original Ghostbusters, and they had the receptionist lady, and she's always in the front, and she's like, yeah, okay, and she has like a Brooklyn accent, and she sounds like she just doesn't give a shit about anything, but she's not stupid.
Yeah, that's funny. Like, they really made him a dumbass, which is like, just, oh man, those writers had to have been like, just again going back to like just the stuff about putting stuff out there. Like there's no way they looked at that script and was like, "Yo, this is it. This is hot." there's no way. There's no way. There had to have been somebody in that writer's room that was like, "Guys, I don't think this is it," and then or that good. And then some higher up executive was like, "No, we're pushing it out there right now." It's like I think they did. That was more like a cash grab for the nostalgia aspect, and then they just sprinkled in the fact that, hey, we have a bunch of really hilarious women from SNL playing the roles. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing. They didn't really do anything to really make the movie good. They just, like, it looks good on paper, like a Ghostbusters remake with funny people that are women. Like, makes it, like, on paper, oh, this is a great movie. But you actually watch it, it's just like terrible.
It ended up. I just don't think they had the right writing staff. But
not at all.
Hard stop.
What do we look like on time though? What do we look like on time?
Because I just fucking looked at the time and we're at 50 minutes already.
Jesus Christ! I need to go to the bathroom. So
okay. I'll stop the timer right now. When you come back, let's do the bad anime and what brands say during sex.
Okay, cool.
Okay, now that Taylor is back from the bathroom, we have. I like to call this segment of the podcast, "What the fuck, Twitter?"
That's perfect. That's also perfect.
So, there's a meme going around talking about what's something you can say during blank that you can also say during sex. And it's kind of funny. But then, on 2:22 p.m., December 5th, 2019, Netflix decided to tweet out what's something you can say during sex, but also when you manage a brand Twitter account. And all hell broke loose. Everybody
Netflix
just comes on here talking about, I don't know what it is, House Laboratories talking about, I'll give you a discount. What?
I'm trying to find the tweet right now so I can look through some of these replies, because holy shit.
Hulu talking about Netflix and chill? Come on, dog. Why you gotta do yourself like that?
I think that's just more Hulu being funny. Not like that. I mean, I don't know.
It is funny, but I'm just trying to be, oh my god, Pop-Tarts.
Oh, I found
Fill
it.
me up. Huh?
Dude, fucking Aviation American Gin. This is delicious. Netflix replies, goes down smooth.
Oh my
God.
god.
Come on, Paramount Network. I'm not sure we want to touch this. And then Netflix replies with, guys, Mounts was right there.
Shut up, Netflix. Wendy's, wow, 4 for 4. Netflix, all for you. I don't like this.
God. Yelp replied, please share your experience with the community. Oh my god, bro.
IMDb. The Mandalorian continues to dominate, and Netflix goes, more of a Baby Yoda lover myself. How about no?
How about no? At the FBI, get the fuck on the ground. FBI, get the fuck on the ground. What else? Groupon was funny too. How likely would you be to recommend us to a friend? And Netflix replied, 2 for 1 question mark. Oh my god, dude, these are terrible.
I just saw Ben and Jerry's.
What did it say?
Do you want to take a lick? Stop it.
Oh, like, shut up.
Oh my god. Fucking Family Guy.
Oh, what was
Family
that
Guy just says, giggity, giggity, all right. Come on.
Oh my god. There's Wingstop, bone in, please. One of my favorites, Jimmy
Instagram
John's.
said double tapped.
Duh. I saw that one coming a mile away. Jimmy John said that was freaky fast.
Fucking Wingstop. Wingstop said bone in, please.
Yeah, I said that. I didn't think.
Oh my god, Arby's, no.
Oh, I just saw that one.
Arby's said, "Do you want more meat?"
Netflix, ma'am, this is a Netflix. Oh man.
And then the cherry on top of it all, Petco.
Dude.
Oh my god. What? Why did they do this?
Dog, we hope you enjoy these new toys, bro. Holy. Like, I'm talking like.
And they're just like dog bully toys, which, you know, if you're playing with your dog, you're going to be like, this is fine.
But they look like just the whole principle behind it, though. Like, they chose these ones specifically. Like, you know they did.
Dude, the second one has spikes on it. Wouldn't that hurt?
No, they're just. I mean, so my old dog before when he passed away, my junior year of high school. Yeah. So Copper, my dog I had when I was in high school, he had a toy like that with like a ball, but it was like the little things poking out like are like rubber and they're like rounded off. They're not spiked. So like it's easier for you. It's easier for you to play with the dog, whether you're playing like a tug of war kind of deal with it. So it's easier. But like it's just one of those things where in the context that it's being posted in, it makes it look like something super just. Oh man, I don't even.
That's what I'm saying. I applaud you for trying to keep this family friendly. I know it's not gonna hurt the dog. I'm saying it hurt if someone puts it up their ass,
dude. Okay, you know what the best one is though? Like it's not even like anything like raunchy. Well, I mean technically it is, but what is it? Okay, you might know the name of the band, but Discovery Channel posted "You and Me, Baby, Ain't Nothing But Mammals." Do you know that song? Because I don't remember the name of. I know I don't remember the band that did the song. Like the song goes, "You and me, baby, ain't nothing but."
Hold up.
It's "You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. Let's do it like they do it on the Discovery Channel."
Oh my god!
Which is one of the dopest references I've seen in a while. One, and it's gonna make me so mad because I know the song. I can hear it in my head right now. I just don't know who sings it.
The music video is the band members, and they're all dressed like monkeys.
Oh man, what is it?
Hold up. Can you Google that real quick? Because I know exactly what
Give me a second. Hold on. Like, oh man, that's going to make me so mad because I know what this is.
Oh my god. GameStop said score more with power-up rewards. We all know fucking GameStop doesn't give no goddamn type of rewards.
It's Bloodhound Gang.
Say that again?
It's the artist is Bloodhound Gang.
The Bloodhound Gang. Oh my god, they made
the song is called
stuff.
The song is called The Bad Touch. Yeah, they're all like the monkey suits in the music video. I see it right now. That's so stupid.
Oh my god, wait, this one was funny. Kraft Mac and Cheese said can take anywhere between 7 to 10 minutes.
Oh, Mr. Peanut tweeted, "I need a nut." That one should not be that funny.
Okay, here's the thing. We're going on a tangent, but it's still what the fuck Twitter. The Mr. Peanut Twitter account is always talking about
It's so OD.
It's always talking about busting nuts. It's just another horny guy on Twitter.
For real. Like, dude, okay, I just looked at Mr. Peanut's Twitter. So they're literally like I barely even scrolled. They put hashtag no nutcracker December, but the tweet in general says "You're nut welcome here." Oh boy, this is oh man.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Hold the phone. Rachel Ray replied to the Netflix thing. All she said was, "Where's the beef?"
Rachel Ray.
You are all.
Are you kidding me?
You are a grown ass woman. Stop that. Oh my god. I found the one to end it all.
What is it?
Boston Market.
Oh no.
They said, "You've been waiting for this stuffing all year." I'm done. I'm not looking at any more replies. I'm done. Honestly.
No. That should not be that funny. It's just so stupid. So stupid.
I'm done.
Oh my god.
Really done. And
Tori
and I
hold on.
That's how we're ending the podcast.
I got one more. Hold on. I got a couple more. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Okay. We're not editing it yet. I got a couple more. Hold on. So Toei Animation, one of my favorite ones. It's over 9,000. Great.
Oh my god.
And then what else? Well, Ubisoft just tweeted Ubisoft.
Oh yeah, Ubisoft just put Ubisoft.
Yeah, that's great. That's honestly great.
Funny.
Oh man, that's just like, oh bro, it's just so bad. Okay, hold on. So since we're on the topic of Twitter, just since we're just here,
okay.
So you like the hashtags or whatever have been going around with like best blank of the decade, worst blank of the decade. So I've been looking at worst bars of the decade.
Oh,
and holy shit.
God.
Holy shit. Like, bro, when I tell you that I was on this just hashtag in general for at least like an hour and a half, just scrolling through just how bad these bars were. Like M&M's, like half of them were M&M's. But like they were all from those like that freestyle he did. Like not even just like the "that's an awfully hot coffee pot," which is hilarious to me. But my favorite one is, hold on, I'm gonna find it.
Bitch, watch who you talking to.
Hold on, can you hear this one?
Like Apple wristwear.
Yeah.
Endangered.
Hold on.
I go Hamas on the beats, a paradox on the beach, and a pair of crotchless underwear on a terrorist watch list. Getting head in the sand like an embarrassed ostrich.
Like what the? Like come on. Like getting head in the sand like an embarrassed ostrich.
Wait.
Come on, dude.
I have one off the top that I don't even have to play. That's my favorite worst bar of the decade.
What is it?
What's a beast to a dinosaur? Pterodactyl mixed with a T-Rex.
Oh,
T-Rex dactyl.
Pterodactyl. That's like I think that's the worst one. But okay, so you know how I mentioned Lil Wayne earlier, right? Mm-hmm. So he's on the worst bars of the decade. 'Cause I told you, like, with his rap style, like he's gonna have bad lines. So here's one. Swagger tighter than a yeast infection. Fly go hard like a geese erection.
Oh no.
Like, oh man, oh yeah, and then there's the video. They have the video of Joe Budden on his podcast talking about Logic's like verse on that one French Montana song. Like, do you remember that?
Well, get your ass up on the pole. Let your worries go. She said. Yo, this nigga got my phone tapped. Yo, I love going to Starlets and saying, let your worries go. They be in there worrying. She said, I know I ain't a hoe. I'm just trying to get this money. You know how it go for show. Bust a nut and then I roll. Bitches call me Bobby Tarantino. We know I'ma get the C-note. Then I relocate. All right, I must be fucking this flow up.
Bruh. What else? Then there, I mean...
Wait, hold up. I got one for you.
Oh,
I got
man.
one for you. Eminem. I don't remember what song this is. But I left my legacy hurt. Fucking absurd. Like a shepherd having sex with his sheep. Fuck what you heard.
Oh, that was off of is that off of it's off a Big Sean song, right?
Oh my! Oh, of his last album.
Yeah. What song is that? Is it No favors. No favors. It's no favors. It's no favors. Yeah. Oh, that's
when
so.
that first came out, I was like, "Oh, this is fire!" And then Eminem comes on, and I was like,
Dog, like, okay, I just people want to talk about like, oh, like people that hate on Eminem just don't know real hip hop. Like, bro, he's washed. He's washed.
He's washed up. He has to stop.
Like, I think those lines would be fire in 2012, maybe. Like when Rap God came out, if you'd put that shit out, it'd probably be fire. But, or maybe like...
Wait, what about that shit that was floating around Twitter where he was like, what if I told you I'm gay too? Like, what?
I mean... I think... I saw something about that being like, he's rapping from the perspective of somebody who's coming out, not himself. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how like sometimes
but he's
you want to tell stories
out.
when you rap, and so you have like somebody who will, you know, like, I don't know. It's just
I mean, I guess so, but still, like, I don't know. He's not gay, so I don't understand.
I mean, if you're rapping from, if you're rapping from somebody else's perspective, then you could say whatever, right? I mean, that's how you get around that, at least.
I mean, I feel like he can do Stan, which is rapping from a fake person's perspective that went crazy. Like, that's a story, but like, I don't know, trying to prove a point by saying like, "Hey, I'm gay too," but like you're not. I don't know. I feel like it's like rapping from a black person's perspective. You not black, dog.
True. I mean, I don't know. It's just, I think that's what I'm hoping he was going for. Like, that's just me playing devil's advocate. Like, I feel like that's just something that he would do, right? But it's still kind of just, oh man. Like, I don't know. Like, all the bars that Eminem's had in the past, like Kamikaze, right? If that would have came out in 2001, fire. Absolutely fire. I'd have been playing that all day. But now that it's in this kind of time period, I'd be like, what the hell is, like, this isn't good. This is trash.
Hold up. I'm sending you a picture on Discord. This is one of the worst bars of the decade.
Hold on, let me see it. I put the real in gorilla. I put the real in gorilla. Nah, I think, okay, so people kept trying to force the whole and I got a nigga grocery bag. Like, I think that was a bad.
What does that mean?
That's the most iconic bar of all time. Like, you really can't. Like, you can't debate that.
But what does it mean?
It doesn't matter what it means. It's one of the best bars of the decade. It doesn't matter what it means. It doesn't matter what the context is. Like, every time you hear that beat for Bedrock, that's the first line that comes to your head.
Of course.
Right. So, yeah, I'm not wrong about this, right? It's the first line that comes to your head. And you say that, and everybody said that shit with confidence and conviction. And I got it, nigga. Grocery bag before the beat hits. Like, they don't say it like ironically. They say it like that shit's fire every single time.
Hey, a lot of people have been giving Drake some shit.
Oh, like,
I'm light skinned, but I'm still a dark.
It's like, bro, what? That's not even.
I don't know. I feel like it fits. I don't know, for the context of the song.
Yes, but people try to. Oh well. People, I see Big Sean tweets have entered the chat here. Built a house upon an ass, that's an ass state. Roll my weed on, that's an ashtray. I used to think that line was so hard. Oh, this shit fire. I used to think that line was so hard, bro. Oh man. Oh yeah, they put the Rick Ross. I put Molly on her champagne. She ain't even know it. Took her home and I enjoyed that. She didn't even know it. That's gotta be the worst part of the decade. Where he talks about like literally committing date rape. Literally committing date rape.
He says, what did he say? I put that thing
put Molly on. It's I put Molly on her champagne. She didn't even know it. Took her home and I enjoyed that. She didn't even know it.
Oh my God, what was he thinking?
Dog, and they play that shit on the radio.
They did.
Dog, that shit was everywhere. Like, like, how do people not just like look at that and go, you know what? That sounds something we need to do.
I remember when it came out, everyone was still like,
dog, V103, which is one of the hottest like radio stations in Atlanta, played that shit nonstop. Like, I want to tell you, I heard that shit first thing I came on in the morning, and as soon as I got home from like in the car with my mom on the way home from school, that like top of every hour it was playing, and that line came up every time. Like, they would bleep out like the Molly part, but like, or when he I think it like bleeps out when he goes, took her home, bleep, she didn't even know it. Like, it still sounds terrible regardless of how you put it, how you bleep it out. It still sounds awful. Like, it's just like like it sounds so bad no matter how you, which way you put it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man.
Well, we're at 113, so that sounds like a great place to stop the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, yeah, I mean, this went pretty well. Not gonna lie. First, I guess, test podcast episode, I guess, if you want to call it that.
It went quicker than I expected, to be honest. We talked a lot.
I think it's just because me and you could just talk about everything, and we kind of went off on some tangents. We didn't really stay on schedule, on topic.
Yeah.
But I mean, that makes it more organic, so we're good.
All right, guys. Yeah. So that's it for today. This has been Andre Alonso, my co-host Taylor Mills, and it's been Nostalgia plus Ultra. Peace.